was a year of many firsts, including the first NFL draft, the first Monopoly board game went on sale, Social Security began, and Babe Ruth hit his last home run. In addition to these milestones, the National Junior Challenge Cup was founded in 1935, offering a youth competition for young men in the United States. The cup was later named the James P. McGuire Cup, after the late U.S. soccer president, who himself was quite a standout in his earlier days, winning the U.S. Open Cup in 1929. McGuire would lead U.S. soccer and earn an international reputation as an excellent leader.
The Jim McGuire Cup was started in 1935. It was the only cup that the United States Soccer Federation had for youth players. And it was a very good competition, and I can tell you, I mean, this was the highlight of my soccer career, to be a champion in 1954.
This storied cup, now the oldest trophy in youth sport.
It has a history, it has a meaning, I think it has tradition. So I think it's extremely important for our competitions, for all the age groups, that kind of emulate the McGuire Cup.
Winning the McGuire Cup is huge, just because all that history that comes along with the oldest trophy in youth sports period. That's really big for us.
Who will write their name in the next chapter of the storied McGuire Cup?
Forget last year. It's gone. Ancient history. It's time to forget about failure and how you came up short, how you missed the mark. Yeah, it's time to forget about the man you should have marked, the run you should have made. Remember that shot you should have taken? Time to let it all go. Forget about it. It's time to go to work.
This broadcast of the U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships is brought to you by AE Engine Media Marketing, AmericanEagle.com, Bag Tags, Bubba Burger, Cliff Kids, Dick's Sporting Goods, Expand a Brand, Fusionetics, Major League Soccer, Nestle Nesquik, Nike, Positive Coaching Alliance, Premier International Tours, Soccer Shots, Sun-Made Raisins, Target, Turbo Sports Group, United Soccer Coaches, Wilson Trophy Company, and Yokohama. Welcome to Frisco, Texas for the U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships. Today's match comes to you at the girls 18 and under level, featuring the Princeton Soccer Academy and Century 5 Gold. I'm your host, Mark Serbert. It's a pleasure to be with you. Both teams coming off of losses yesterday, looking to right the ship on match day 2 and give them a chance to progress to the semifinals on match day 3. So the points certainly at a premium. As Century V Gold comes in, they will wear all white jerseys. Well, Princeton will be wearing orange jerseys with white trim, white numbers, black shorts, and black socks as we are getting ready for kickoff here at the beautiful Toyota Soccer Center in Frisco, Texas. The training grounds adjacent to the Toyota Soccer Stadium, or Toyota Stadium rather, where FC Dallas play. A tremendous complex in pristine condition here in Frisco, Texas. As we are coming to you from Field 4. We are getting set for kickoff. These two sides taking some time to come out on what is a hot day here in Texas. Temperatures hovering at 92 degrees at kickoff. As both teams now make their way out. And it will be Princeton Soccer Academy to get us underway in a classic New Jersey versus Pennsylvania battle. Bimbas will get us underway. Cut out right away by Century. Oh, good high pressure paying off. This into Ribimbas. Ribimbas looking for an early opportunity, taken off of her foot. A chance for Oviedo. And that one's snuffed out. This is Kylie Dugan. Get it off for Wilhelm. Good pressure being provided by Princeton. And they win it back. Dugan does well to bring it down on the chest. It went back, but it went out of bounds. Nothing Perna could do about it as it's already gone over. And now looking to run is Meritz. And Meritz wins the free kick. It'll be taken by Snyder. And Snyder's actually going to leave this one off. Lalama sends it really deep. What a free kick that was from Lalama. And so the clearance from Castagnetti. Dugan overtakes. And this time the foul will go against Princeton, as Langen was whistled for it. So it'll be another free kick for Lalama. And we saw what she did the last time. From here, she could very well just have a shot on goal. And this time she's just going to clip it into the top of the box. And this will roll all the way out for a goal kick for Castagnetti. Good passing by Princeton as they try and work it out of the back. Poked away from Dugan. Back to Fesco it goes. Her clearance got caught up in the wind and whips out. Throwing quickly taken. Oh, it's a good ball in. It's still bouncing around. Something could be on. A good job to close it down in the box. Played forward. A good job to come over and cut that one out. It'll be a throw-in for Century. Snyder will take. Mertz. And Dugan was offside. Bimbas leaves it off. That's a good win by Snyder. And then ushering this one out of bounds is Wilhelm. Dugan looking for options. Able to get it inside. Looking for the run of Mertz. And Mertz is cut off. And this one will be shielded off for Castagnetti. And Castagnetti's punt. That's a good win from Sinat. Oh, it's not a bad ball forward. And Lalama gets back and gets a foot in. Being chased down by Rabimba. A good job by Rabimbas to win the throw-in. Quickly taken. He's looking for the early service. Oh, it's not a bad ball and skips across. And the shot skips through and just wide of the post. It'll be the first corner kick of the game, and it goes the way of Princeton. The corner kick to be taken by Rabimbas. It was her hustle that started that play. 7 players to find in the box, and Rabimbas will leave this one off. So corner kick in the 6th minute is going to be taken. Good one to the back post. Still might something be on, and a tremendous save from Fesco. It's so well to stop that shot point blank. It was a good corner kick taken by O'Callahan, and it caused trouble with the back post. That's something to watch for the remainder of this game. Dugan. Mertz dispossessed. Snyder unable to get to it as it's out off of Wilhelm last. And this one punched out of bounds by O'Callahan. Forward for Mertz to chase. That's a good job to defend from Sterno. And the throw in from Snyder. Mertz has been busy in the early going, heavily involved, as has Snyder. That is cleared away. Intercepted by Lalama. A chance for Mertz. Sinat watching her. Mertz able to get it out wide. It's a lung-bursting run down the far side, and there's space for the cross, and it's over everyone and out for a goal kick. So it'll be a goal kick for Castagnetti. And the nines need to talk. So Lalama gets back. Back for Lalama. And through for Mertz. She's gotten in between the center and the outside back. Mertz picks her head up, waiting for runners into the box. Out on the favored right foot and gets it back. This is a good opportunity for Dugan. She waited just a split second too long. Cleared only as far as Snyder. Snyder rolls it inside, and the shot from Sinat charged down. Inside for Rabimbas. He's waiting for options. She's dispossessed. That's forward for Mertz. That's good defending. And great job to get back by Sterno. So Snyder's throwing over the top for Mertz. And this one off of Vialva last. Offside is the call. Reitel wins it. Bimbas. Oh, it's a good dribble from Rabimbas as she tried to send it through, but there were no runners. Good work from Rabimbas. And now it's Fosco's ball. Mexico's punt. Reitel gets it out wide. Let's open up for Sinat. And cleared away. That's a great job by there to try and track that one down. That was a good idea trying to slide that ball through for Rabimbas. Instead, Sinat gets it inside for Reitel, as she'll help it along. Played across from Mertz, and too heavy of a touch, and it's swept away. Lama gets it out wide. And played in. Mertz to the end line, puts it across. It's over the head of Dugan. And this will roll out. Hits off the corner flag and goes out for a goal kick. Castagnetti's goal kick. It was a good win from Perna. And smartly back to the keeper. So not on the far side. That's a good overlapping run. And now the battle in the corner. And they win the throw-in. Three waiting in the box to get on the end of this cross. It's pumped in. It's Dugan's header. Just wide of the far post. A good effort. Mertz and Dugan have been a handful up top for Century. It'll be a goal kick for Castagnetti. Langen. And good defending. And Hassett wins the throw-in. So throw-in for Snyder. Mertz. As she was always nipping at the heels of the defender, so it'll be a free kick for Samantha Sterno. Langen was the recipient of the barge in the back, so it'll be another free kick for PSA. And Sterno will come up to take again. Being told by the referee it's about 10 yards back. Sterno being told it's even further back. So Sterno to launch this one into the box in the 16th minute. Good ball from Sterno. O'Callahan. O'Callahan will be beaten to it this time. Played over the top, and it will come through for Fexco. Good quick distribution out to Dugan. And dispossessed by Sterno. It will be a throw-in as it's off of her last. Mertz skips by Sterno. Mertz makes her way in, pulls it across the danger area, and it's cleared out. And cleared into touch by Perna. Mertz, good tackle from Sterno. One back by Reitel. Snyder wants to put it in. Overlap allows Mertz to cut inside. Now she slides it in. This is Sinat. Her touch a bit too heavy, and she's muscled off as it was well shielded out of bounds by Villalva, and it will be a goal kick for Princeton Soccer Academy. Dobb chasing on the far side. Somehow this ball stays in. This will be a free kick for Century. Oh, what a touch to bring it down from Mertz. A really special player. She's worked her way into the far corner. Swept off her foot. It'll be a throw in for Daub on the far side. Goal kick as we enter the 19th minute of play, still scoreless between Century and Princeton. And Rytel's space opened up because Rabimbas was fouled. Good idea on the 1-2, but it rolls out of bounds. So it'll be a throw in for Century on the far side. Mertz. A bit of a heavy touch. Somehow was able to get to it and keep it in. This is wonderful skill. That's a good cross as well as it's headed clear. Snyder. Oh, what a turn from Rytel. Rytel setting herself up, flashes it across goal, and that's a great save from Castagnetti. Still with work to do, and she pounces on the loose ball. That's great work from Castagnetti. And Pernas fouled by Rytel. It'll be a free kick for Princeton. Sterno will take it. Lifts it into the box. It's a good ball. It's deep. And coming out to take is the keeper. Rytel. Good interception by O'Callahan. That's Hassett to go the other way. And now we'll have a substitution on first of the game, and it will go the way of Princeton. Inside for Cox. Intercepted. Good job by Villalba to win that back. Has more defending to do here, though. This one skips past Villalba. Snyder. And got past the first challenge, but couldn't get past the second. Castagnetti comes out to claim. Oh, it's a good punt from Castagnetti. Rytel. And we will will have the hydration break 0-0 at the midway point of the first half between Princeton Soccer Academy and Century. We're going to take a break, but we'll be back with you for the remainder of the first half here on the U.S. Youth Soccer YouTube channel. Back from the hydration break. A 0-0 between Princeton and Century. That's Princeton going forward. This one over the top from Sterno. Rabimbas brings it down. Had Perna in front of her, but she was kicked. And so it'll be a free kick. The foul is against Caminos. And Caminos will be showing a yellow card. So Caminos, the first player into the referee's book this afternoon, and it comes in the 27th minute. And so it's O'Callahan, who's already shown her ability to put in a quality service today. We'll have another free kick. Oh, the referee not happy with some extracurriculars going on at the top of the box. And she's going to have a word with a couple of players. And everything's back in order. O'Callahan's free kick. Oh, it's a delicious ball sent in. Are there any takers? Punched away. And Villalba gets there first. Forward for Mertz. Touches it on outside and gets the return ball. He's got three players making their way into the box. Mertz flying down, puts it across, and that was an important intervention. And now it's Cox to go the other way. Gets it forward for Rabimbas. Well, this flank is open if they can find it, anybody to get in. Instead, it goes out to the other side and played through. A good job to come over. The player goes down to the box, no foul given. Instead, it will be Princeton's ball on the far side with a throw-in. Played into the corner. And this one sent clear. Coming across, and Fecko will take. That was the right ball from Reitel. And Dugan just not showing on this near side. Needs to open up to the wing. O'Callahan flicks it on. Perna is Rabimbas ahead of her. That's a good ball into the corner. And tracked down Peperzossi. Cleared for Mertz. One-on-one with Vieira. And it's out off of Mertz, so it'll be a throw-in for Villalba. That'll be a substitution for Century. I love the speed of Peraziosi up top. Cleared into touch, will be another thrown for Century. The flag is up, so it'll be a free kick on the far side for Princeton Soccer Academy. On the half-hour mark in Frisco, 0-0 between Princeton and Century here at the U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships. This one coming to you at the under-18 level. It's Peraziosi continuing to muscle her way through, and she wins another free kick. And now another change will be made. As coming out is Oviedo. So O'Callahan once again to tease it into the mix. It's a good ball from O'Callahan. And Fesco comes out to take. Dugan kills it instantly, lovely skill. And she's brought down from behind, so she'll win the free kick. Pairing to the guilty party. So Lalama coming up to take this free kick. Lalama along the ground. It gets the flick on. A shot coming in from Hassett will roll through for Cascagnetti. Love her punting style. Starts sideways and then winds into it. More changes in the offing. This time for Princeton Soccer Academy. 33rd minute. And Princeton and Century have both had chances. Fesco made a huge save for Century to keep Princeton off the board. And then at the other end, a couple shots flashed just wide of Cascaganetti's goal. Sterno being asked to come over and take it. Eight players crashing the box. Sterno flights it in and sent clear. Mertz wins the free kick. Cox will leave this game and get a break. It's another substitution being made by Princeton Soccer Academy. Oh, it's a great step. And it bounces over Lalama. Fesco calling for it. And Lalama will leave it off for her keeper. Reitel. Little touch off on the far side. Mertz chasing it. That's a great sliding challenge. Good job by Villalba to not allow Mertz to make her way through, and it will be a throw-in for Princeton on the far side. Dugan looking to take the space on the outside, and Sterno shuts the door. Forward for Piraziosi. The space is opened up for Mertz in the middle. Had Dugan to her right. Mertz slips past the challenge and fires off the post, off the goalkeeper, and she saves it before it goes out for a corner kick. She's been the most dangerous player on the field so far, Landy Mertz. Almost finding the back of the net this time around. Free kick driven in, it's deep. Fesco's out, Fesco punches. Heavy challenge at the top of the box. Dugan being watched by Rossler. Reitel. A little touch out wide for Hassett. This is good passing, moving it along the ground, Century. That one asking a lot of Mertz, and Villalba will shield it out of bounds. Mertz thought she had saved it, but the flag had gone up. So that ball went over the end line. So goal kick in the 38th minute, and more subs made by Princeton Soccer Academy. It's coming off as Ribimbas. And checking in for Rabimbas is Jada Britton. And miscarriage by Lalama on the far side means it's a throw-in for Princeton. That was a determined run down the far side. It went out of bounds. Good work for Century. It's a nice step. Now turning is Hudson. Gets it out wide. Forward for Mertz. Oh, brings it down beautifully. Waiting for runs through. Hudson into the channel. Mertz slides it in for her. Hudson was looking for the return ball. And it slid clear. '40th minute. Both sides still looking for the game's opening goal. And that's a tremendous tackle from Wilhelm. And now she has to deal with it again. And the break could be on here. Perna working her way outside, leaves it off. And the shot is charged down. And Rossler goes to ground and she'll win the free kick. And this is O'Callahan's territory. Or Sterno, both of them can play this ball into the box. It looks like it's Sterno who's poised to hit it. A three-woman wall for Century. Sterno drills it into the box. It's cleared out. Hudson will get it out. And the free kick will go the way of Princeton after a little bit of confusion. Another wall will be set up. It looks like it's Cummings who's going to take this one. Cummings goes for glory, and it wasn't a bad effort. Will be another goal kick for Century. So we're inside the final 4 minutes of first half, plus whatever stoppage time added on by the referee. And this is going to be a corner kick. And they've been dangerous on corners. And Sterno will come over to take. Britton makes her way in. She's going to stand on the keeper. This is an in-swinger. Played to the top of the box. Chested down. Played back. And the ball back for Rossler. Didn't have enough pace on it. And it's 4-on-2 going the other way if they can hurry. And this long ball will come all the way through for Cascagnetti. The offside flag went up. Oh no, they stopped play as there was a player down behind. So Prezioso looks to be in a little bit of pain. Looks like she's all right to continue. I told the ref that she's okay. Faith Preziosi has been a handful up top for the Century defense. Britton. Mertz up top. Mertz spins. Reitel arriving. Reitel works her way past Britton. It can't get by Vialvi. Wonderful play by Vialvi. Sterno over the top. And Sterno again. Unable to keep it in. The throw in quickly taken. Throw in by Caminos. Looked like it hit off the hand of Britton. Instead, it's going to be a throw in for Princeton. Reitel dispossessed. Preziosi plays it forward. That's tremendous defending from Lalama. Muscles off the challenge. It gets it forward for Bundy. Mertz wants it down the wing. Bundy obliges. Hudson making a run, but cutting it off is Vialvi. Vialva has been sensational in the defensive end for this Princeton side. It's a big reason why Mertz hasn't been able to get away. And it's Vialva again with the clearance. We've reached the 45 minutes. Now waiting to see how much stoppage time will go up on the fourth official's board. So he's preparing it at the referee's table. And we're going to have 1 minute of stoppage time, of which 13 seconds have already elapsed. Britton steps in, flying forward. Jada Britton muscled off by Caminos. Good work from Caminos. Over the top for Mertz. And Vialva steps in once again. She's been everywhere that Mertz has been, Vialva, and it remains 0-0 in stoppage time of the first half. Mertz trying to turn Vialva. She turned Britton, couldn't get by Vialva. It falls for Hudson, has Rossler draped around her, and Rossler gets the block. And that will be the last action of the first half. 0-0 between Princeton and Century. Both sides creating chances, but good goalkeeping at both ends means that we are scoreless after 45. We're going to step aside here on USU Soccer. We'll be back with you for the final 45 minutes. At the break, it's Princeton 0, Century 0. It's a hot day in Frisco, and this is one way you can keep out the sun. Meanwhile, it's 0-0 on the start of the second half between Century and Princeton. It'll be Century to get us back underway. Meritz is over the ball, is the most dangerous player on the field. But Villalba, the center back, the number 5 for Princeton, a big reason why Meritz hasn't scored and why this game is still 0-0. The referee checking a couple watches, and we're ready to go. Final 45 minutes of match day 2. That's out of bounds on the far side. That'll be a throw-in for Century. The space is open up for Meritz. Has Orr ahead of her. Meritz shoots, and it goes across Cascaganetti's goal. Langen over the top, and it will go all the way through. Fesco quickly rolls it out. That's a good throw from Fesco. Looking for Rytel, but is won back by Langen. That's a smart ball back from Cox. Villalba. Much better from Princeton, looking to keep this one on the deck. And now it goes over the top. And Ribimbas. And place it over to the far side. It's a good run to track it down by Langen. Langen looking for a cross. Instead, place it to the top of the box. And Ribimbas dispossessed. Played forward. This is good work from Meritz. Meritz looking to get by her defender. Meritz gets to the inside. She puts it across. It's going to bounce all the way through. Space at the far side. And the shot is charged down. And it's safety first as it's cleared into touch. And the space is open up down the far side. Forward looking for Ribimbas. It skips through. Ribimbas. Fesco with a big save. Ribimbas on for the spectacular and missed it. And it will roll out of bounds, but a great job by Fesco to come all the way up and challenge Ribimbas. Otherwise, she would have had time to turn, have a cup of tea, and then pick out the corner. Good strength from Cox as she holds off Hudson. Her pass is picked off, though, on the far side. And now forward for Meritz. Lovely layoff for Hudson. That was a good short, long played there, but to the top of the box is Cascanetti. Unable to save this one is Dabe, so it will go out of bounds. Throw-in quickly taken by Langen. And Ribimbas took just a split second too long to shoot, so able to get a foot in was the defender. And the space is opened up in the midfield and cut out before Orr could get on the end of it. And slid through and cut out. Wilhelm gets it out wide for Orr. Inside looking for Hassett. Langen takes it off her foot. Forward for Oviedo. That was a good idea trying to play through, but Wilhelm stepped in. Hassett dispossessed by Oviedo. She bulldozes her way through. It's cleared away at the top of the box. And brought down by Orr. Forward for Meritz. Mintz spins. being watched by DeMello. Mertz gets inside of DeMello, puts it across, and it's cleared away. Or wants to have a go. Unable to pick out the upper corner in the near post. So it remains 0-0 in Frisco. It's the ball for Oviedo to chase. And Rabimbas clattered into. Langen was off to the races, and the referee pulls it back for the foul in the center circle. Well, Langen is pretty confused by that. And so it'll be a free kick for Sterno. And she's going to play this short for Villalba. Villalba pops it into the box. It was a good idea. And just the execution on the cross was missing. And Fesco will take for a goal kick for Century. O'Callahan. Played forward by Rabimbas. And just a bit too far, looking for the run of Francesca McDonough. Or, that's a good overlap from Dabe. Now she continues into the channel as Mertz comes in. And good skill from Mertz. And leaves it off for Dabe. DeMello did a good job not to allow the cross, but it's at the expense of a corner kick. Orr's corner. Well, it's a good ball. Skips all the way through. Ndabe gets it out wide. And the flag stays down. And who's there once again? It's who else but Villalba. It'll be a goal kick. Guess Gaganetti plays it short. Orr. Muscled off the ball by Cox. The space is open up. Oviedo slides it through. McDonough's in. McDonough! And getting down to make the save is Fesco. Oh, McDonough was in, denied by Fesco, who's been excellent in the goal today for Century. And it remains 0-0 as the offside flag is up, and it'll be a free kick for Century. Quickly taken. And Villalba wins the header. It's been a fun battle to watch between Villalba and Mertz. McDonough seizes the loose ball, lays it back for Rabimbas. Oh, nifty skill from Rabimbas, and then the shot was going wide of Fesco's goal, but she went to make the save, and it's off of her and out for a corner kick. So it's effective from Rabimbas in the end. It's a good spin at the top of the box. Oviedo, left off, falls to the feet of Oviedo, and her shot right into the breadbasket of Fesco. Good work from Dave to keep it in. Orr, able to get it by DeMello. Mertz in that battle with Villalba, and Villalba wins it once again. Inside for Orr, back out for Mertz. Shaping up to cross, gets to the byline, and the cross taken, the keeper spills it. And Oviedo bundled over, and that'll be a free kick. And then Hassett jumps in front of it, and the referee didn't like that. So they will retake this. A chance for more Princeton players to get forward, but also a chance for Century to get numbers behind the ball. McDonough, Davi gets there first, and it'll be a corner kick for Princeton. O'Callahan will come over to take this corner. Century have had trouble getting it clear at the first time of asking, and it's led to chances on the second and third balls for Princeton. Can they make one of these come to fruition? They're going to play it short this time. Spinning is Oviedo. He gets it back to O'Callahan. Callahan to the back post, and the header saved by Fesco. That's good goalkeeping. And the quick rollout. That's great defending on the far side by Sterno. Now she pumps one into the box. Rabimbas shielding. Still going Rabimbas. She falls over. Still battling Rabimbas. Needs to get it off her foot. And the shot is blocked. And Sterno whistled for the foul. Mertz brings it down. Callahan takes it off her foot. Callahan sends it forward. One back by Oviedo. And she'll be whistled for the foul. Into the channel for Mertz. Villalba dispossesses her. Back to the keeper, Cascagnetti. Cox is making the run forward. And it slid through. And Fesco to the top of her box once again to clear. A substitution for Century. Just checking back into the match is Kylie Dugan. There's a handful in the first half, Dugan. This will come over to the far side. It's a good job by Langen to chase it down. Dances on the ball. We'll play it back. DeMelo looking for the early service. And cleared away by Wilhelm to the top of the box. Snap back in. Cox. The space is open up for Cox. She'll have a go. And a good save from Fesco. Excellent effort from Cox. Fesco equal to the task. Dugan. Forward for Hudson. And Villalba read it all the way. She has been tremendous today, Naya Villalba. And this is Oviedo. Well, she has Langen wide open on this near side. Unable to find her as Lalama takes it back. Inside for Mertz. She spins, looking to run. Slides in inside for Orr. Back to Mertz. Mertz's shot. And Cascanetti scrambling across her line to make the save. Cox. Let's get ball inside for Rabimbas. She tries to slip it through. That was a good idea for Rabimbas. She was looking for the run of McDonough. Langen gives Dave a push in the back, and it will be a free kick. Well defended by Caminos on the far side, but the throw-in will go the way of Princeton. O'Callahan. That'll be a corner kick for Princeton. Villalba's up from the back. Corner comes in. Headed to McDonough at the top of the box. McDonough has a go. And Fesco there once again. She has been sensational in the Century goal. That spin popped over for Rabimbas. And she shielded off in Fesco to the extreme of her penalty area to take. McDonough cuts inside, leaves it off for Rabimbas. Rabimbas has Langen. Instead, she dances to her right and gets it back off for McDonough, who can't find her. McDonough slides inside. McDonough leaves it off for Langen. Langen right at Fesco. Reitel brings it down. She threads it through. Merritt's trying to catch up to it. Able to keep it in bounds. And holding it up, waiting for the cavalry to arrive. Now Merritt's will have a shot herself, and it wasn't a bad effort. Skiganetti's goal kick, headed back by Dugan. She's made her way to this side. Merritt slides it through for Dugan. Has the beating of her defender. Is able to get back. Merritt's dancing in the box. She gets to the byline. She puts it across, and it's headed away at the far post. And coming back to poke it out of bounds is McDonough. Merritt's so silky on the ball, able to get the cross off. And this will be a corner kick for Century. Well, it's Emily Orr who's coming over to take. Or we'll have an outswinger from this near side. 3 players camped out in the 6 for Century. Now a 4th joining them, 2 further back. Azor plays it right along that line. It's over the keeper. Moves it off of last. On Princeton, it'll be another corner kick. Swung in, and skying to take that is Skiganetti. It'll be another corner, but what a save that was from Skiganetti. This one will be to be a bit further away from the near post as Skiganetti has shown her ability to handle it. This one in, this time Skiganetti on our line, and Villalba heads it clear. Second header out. And one back by Mertz. Twisting, turning, getting by 2, getting the cross off, and it's cleared away. It's Villalba again. O'Callahan gets it out wide. The space is opened up. That's an excellent effort and a tremendous strike. This game needed something special, and Princeton have found it.
Not good. Not good. Gabby, it's cold.
Oh, what a special strike. And it's 1-0 Princeton. In the 69th minute, Princeton take the lead. Zabe looking for the instant reply. Works her way into the box. She pulls it across. And that is a tremendous intervention from Villalba. McDonough gets it off. Oviedo has a player to her right and tried to cut inside. Wasn't anybody there, but the foul is committed. And so it's going to be a free kick for Oviedo. now a substitution to be made. It was Juliana Merle with that gorgeous strike. And now another opportunity to extend the lead for Princeton via this free kick to be taken by Sterno. Played over the top, skips all the way through, and it will be a goal kick. And we'll have the hydration break. 1-0 Princeton leads, courtesy of a sensational strike from Juliana Morel. We're going to take a break here and rehydrate ourselves, and we'll be back with you for the conclusion of this match here on the U.S. Youth Soccer YouTube page. Back from the hydration break for the final 18+ minutes of this match. This is goal kick into Rytel. Over to the far side. Dugan can get it back. Rytel once again. The battle with Cox. Forward for Hassett. Hassett will slide it outside. It was rather behind her intended target and Dugan. So it will be a throw-in for Princeton. McDonough over the top. Bimbas puts it in the middle. Langen's there, and it's poked away from her. McDonough trying to slide it through. Dobby shut the door. Hudson gets it back. Looking to play it through for the run of Mertz. This will roll all the way out for a goal kick. And Princeton have the goal kick and the 1-0 lead. So this one is going to be left off for Naya Villalba, who's really been the MVP of this match, even though it's Juliana Murillo's strike, which give Princeton the 1-0 lead. Hassett, O'Callahan overtakes. That's a good job just to track that down on the far side. It's pumped forward. And Fesco comes out to take. Bring it into her box so she can pick it up. Long ball bounces over Hassett. That was the right idea, trying to play it out. Langen does well to find feet. Villalba looking for the run over the top. And Dobby clears. And will be a throw-in for Princeton. Ribimbas. Double teamed. And it's wrestled away from her, but cleared into touch. It'll be a throw-in for Princeton. And Princeton with the ball in the 1-0 lead in the 78th minute. Looking to get their campaign back on track. This one goes out for a corner kick before Fesco can save it. That's Megan O'Callahan who will take. Villalba's getting up from her center back position. This one played in, off the head of Villalba, and then cleared over. It'll be take two for O'Callahan. So it'll be another corner kick from Megan O'Callahan. That's a good ball. Villalba's there, gets her head to it. And now the break could be on. Mertz skips by one. It's the one time that Villalba isn't in the picture. If Mertz gets by another. This is Mertz. It's a bit of an acute angle, and Mertz can't get the shot on target, but it's a great individual effort from Mertz. Played over by McDonough, and somehow she's able to get to it first, and swept clear by Orr. Lingen. Megan O'Callahan has space, has a rip, and Fesco gets down to make the save. And Dugan has it ripped away from her. It will be a throw in for Century. There's a substitution to be made, and it's McDonough who's going to come off. Sinat trying to barrel her way down the far side. Ran out of real estate and will be a throw-in for Princeton. Forward by O'Callahan, intercepted. That's a good turn. And slid in the far side. Good job to catch up to that and keep it in bounds. A good job not to allow the cross. Now it comes in. And Cascaganetti takes it. Cascaganetti will take all 6 seconds, set herself up for the punt. Ribimbas has Orr policing her. Pumped forward too far in front of Lingen. So Fesco will take. Needs to get it forward quickly. That's a booming punt from Fesco. And that'll be a handball off of Cox. So a free kick in the 83rd minute. Lama's free kick. A good job by O'Callahan to spin away. Over the top. Lama getting back. Oh, and flying through. And what's this going to be? It's going to be a free kick. It was good hustle by Preciosi. And Preciosi wins the free kick. Just unable to get by Lalama, otherwise she would have been in alone on goal. And now it's Ribimbas who's over it. And Ribimbas is going to ask for 10 from the 3-woman wall of Century. Ribimbas' free kick, and the wall had firm foundations. And Ribimbas has Mertz getting back to help out on the defensive end, picks Ribimbas' pocket, and now it's Century to go the other way. Played forward looking for the run of Sinat. And they'll use the safety valve in their goalkeeper. Cascaganetti under pressure from Sinat, gets it out wide. And they run out of room on the far side. Good job by Century to squeeze the game and win it back. A substitution being made as O'Callahan will come out. And Rossler will check back in. It's a good move. It's pulled back. And what a save that is from Cascaganetti. That'll be a corner kick. Princeton thought that that ball had already gone out when it was pulled back. Cascaganetti stayed aware, stayed true. And she's a big reason why it's still 1-0. Her and Villalba have been huge in the back for this Princeton side. This one comes all the way through. And it's Cascanetti who smothers the loose ball. Cox, crowded out by Hassett. A long ball for Lamella. And Pereziosi wins the first ball. Snyder will get it back to her keeper. Header won by Rossler. A good win by Cox. Langen. Bimbas. Up top for Preziosi, who'll be whistled for the foul. Lamella, Snyder. There's a player down. And Villalba, she's able to get up and she's gonna soldier on. As De Melo gets it back to her keeper. Castaganetti. And plays it forward for Langen. Snyder's header. Langen recovers, but will pop it out of bounds.
Stop. Wait on her whistle.
Now another change in the offing, as it's Rabimbas whose number's up. So Rabimbas will come off. Rabimbas taking her time to come off as her side have the 1-0 lead in the 88th minute. Just checking back in is Jada Britton. That's a good throw from Snyder. And it is off of Princeton last, so it's gonna be a corner kick. And Sinnott will let this one go. So it's gonna be Orr to come over to take. Castaganetti has been very strong along her line. This ball has to be pulled away from her. Lama has made her way into the box. This one played across, bouncing around in the box. Dabe gets it back, and the shot is charged down. Snyder's the only one back, and she gets it away from Villalba. Who else would you expect to make that play in the final minutes of this game? Naya Villalba has been sensational in the back today for Princeton Soccer Academy. Britton wins it. Britton taking it out wide. And forward looking for the run of Langen. Lalama's there and will shield off Langen. Intercepted by De Melo. Up for Britton. Just a bit too hard for Langen. Running onto it is Perna. She'll leave this one off for Pereziosi. This is going to be a free kick for Princeton, as more time will melt off this clock on a hot day in Frisco. And waiting for the fourth official to put up the stoppage time board. It's the free kick taken. There's going to be 4 minutes of stoppage time. Princeton trying to kill off this game. And Fesco takes. We'll roll it out quickly to start the counterattack. Near side for Mertz. This is the player you want on the ball. Mertz can't get by DeMelo. And getting there, Sinat, and she's dragged down. Went out of bounds. And what's it going to be, a throw in or a free kick? And they're going to say it's a free kick, quickly taken by Sinat. Mertz dribbling in. Hassett is struggling, otherwise she'd be a good option. And this one played into the channel. Dugan tried to chase it down and is able to keep it from going out for a corner kick, or a goal kick rather, so it's going to be a throw-in instead. So we're into the 2nd minute of stoppage time. Snyder wins it. Preciosi. And Lalama trying to shield this. And it's going to be Princeton's ball. Lalama thought she had played it off of Langen. Or, Langen rather. So instead it's going to be a throw-in for Britain. And this is time to take it into the corner. Britain throws it in. Langen chasing. She's bodied off the ball. And a good win from Preziosi. Langen unable to keep it in. So it's going to be a goal kick. But Preziosi doing a great job not to allow it out. Sinat. Mertz. Hudson gets it for Dabe at the far side. Ken Century find the equalizer deep in stoppage time. Turn, played across. It's behind Mertz. Snyder's there, guides it in. They're level. Sinat with the final touch. Late drama in Frisco. And it's Princeton SA 1, Century 1. Resilient never stopped fighting. And Century get the equalizer. And that could be all she wrote. Still a bit more time. Is there to be more drama here in Frisco? This one over the head of Cox. Wide for DeMelo. Have to get it forward. Snyder, who had the assist. Britton pops it up. This will be a throw-in for Preziosi. And she's gonna be told to bring it back. So Jada Britton will take it. And that will do it. It finishes 1-1 between Princeton Soccer Academy and Century. And on the run of play, a draw in the end is probably a fair result. All credit to Century for playing till the final whistle and snatching the equalizer deep in stoppage time. So another day ends here at the U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships. We'll have match day 3, crucial games to see who goes through to the semifinals. But for now, from my producer, Alex Bousquet, and everyone at Turbo Sports, I'm Mark Serber saying so long from the Toyota Soccer Center in Frisco, Texas, where it finishes Century 1, Princeton 1.